Welcome to the first installment of a new series we're running over the next few weeks that we like to call Springtime Superworlds. We'll be looking at a number of superworlds by people who are well known to the stream, some community regulars, some other notable makers, over the course of the next little while, beginning with Super Boom Boom World, as this is officially titled. It's uploaded on Luwuka's account, but it is a long-term collaboration between Luwuka and Mang, spanning 30 levels that they've been putting together over the course of the past 2 years or so. Before we get into the Superworld proper, though, we are going to look at one additional course, which is the announcement level that was on Mang's account. So let's take a look at that one first. We'll dive right back in immediately after. So this is the Superworld Reveal Special. And it says, it's time to zoom to the boom. And a warm welcome, of course, to Mang, who joins us on the stream. Anyway, well, this is a sign of what's to come. Dash panels galore, and something that we can pop over here. We can see Boom Boom hiding up above. And look at that. How refreshing special. Super Boom Boom World. Oh, we probably should have fallen. There we go. We're Boom Booms. This is going to reveal something once we hit the pause. Let's see what. And maker credit. Alright, best item in the game. What will the Goomba hat do for us today? It's going to reveal the code, as well as a key block up here. I suppose we should go for that. But of course we'll peek up here first, just to bank up a few extra lives that we will not be able to take in with us. Actually, let's check this side too. Nope, nothing much. Dash panel up top looks very interestingly placed, probably because this just allows you to hit the flagpole if you perhaps long jump to it. Let's see. And of course, you'll dash right out to the exit. We're not going to be approaching the 17-second world record here, which has held all this time and must be fairly well optimized by the co-maker. Very conveniently for me, though, the first clear end world record allowed me to go directly back into the Superworld with a quick and convenient link. How very well planned. And thank you for the GG, Mang. Hopefully the first of many to come today. We'll see how far we get. Alright. Well, we get a branching path that we get to choose. I don't know which one is which. Notice, by the way, that you start with 69 lives, very appropriately so. We wouldn't have expected anything less. We will, of course, be doing every course on a map, even when given the illusion of choice. This is 1-2. Oh, I suppose it's like the Super Mario World format. Actually, I'm trying to think. No, Super Mario World had 1-1 on the left, because that one was what went up to the Switch Palace. Do we want to do them in order? Well, I mean, it's non-linear anyway, so we'll do it this way. Anyway, here's the POW, dropping off of the icicle, as you can see. More icicles. And then we probably have to activate one and then head over to the block over here. And that is going to take us down to 68 in very short order. Yeah, excellent aim. Wouldn't have expected anything less. I couldn't see where I was in this position, but I guess that's really the intended effect of just disguising Mario's position with all the bricks there. Oops. I totally lost track of where I was after I hit that activation switch. Oh, didn't get close enough there. This is the first Maker 2 I played in a little while. Wow, okay. We did the same thing. I must have accidentally wall jumped off a slide or something. But yeah, other than one viewer level session about 2 weeks ago, this is really our first major return to Maker 2 after quite some time away. Now, many of the courses in this set are going to be familiar to me in some way, given that we playtested very early versions of them in some cases, so... but we'll see how familiar it is, and once again, we probably should have just pounded it while waiting for the exit to open. And Mario, welcome. Oh, that was a much cleaner return on the wall jump than I expected. Okay, let's not have the accidental wall jump off the right side this time. That's almost certainly what happened, I think, in the deaths that we had earlier. Okay. Well, I guess we might as well hit the flag. We'd need to activate this anyway to head... oh, there we go. Bounce platform. Anyway, ding dong, except why would that... detonate? Oh, because within the side flop range, probably. We should have taken the long jump advice seriously. Right, side thwomps are in this game. See, this is what playing so much Maker 1 has totally thrown me off of reading accurately. It's funny because we'd have so many scenarios in Maker 1 where I'd think, oh, okay, surely this is a side thwomp and I remember which game I'm in. Well, just one of many things we'll sort out here as we take too many deaths already in World 1. I was trying to slide to the right so I could wall jump up, but clearly we didn't do that very well. Nice little fake out here with the mushroom platform at a checkpoint, of course. Dash panel here, well, once we activate it. It's going to be... Sure, let's do it on the way over. And I feel like I missed something there, but maybe it's... just a hard ceiling. Well, we'll take a look. 100% death playthrough, exactly. Dying on every level. Not exactly a speed category I was going for, but... it'll have to do. I also just remembered those swamps are safe to land on here in 3D World. It really does obscure the player's view of Mario, actually. The explosive effect. Oh, there we go. That's the whole trick. Okay. Much better. I guess we kick it on our way across, or just high bounce off it, perhaps. Yeah. Oop, missed this. I totally didn't think about how that would still be within range. Probably not the first time that has been demonstrated. Whoops. Mayako, welcome. Okay. Hit. Oop. It wasn't exactly a hit. And yeah, Mayako, we will likely be running viewer levels tomorrow. Assuming my voice holds up. So, looking forward to seeing that when we can. Okay. Through we go. You see, I bumped that from the side thinking that I could leave myself something to jump on. We didn't entirely think that through. Well, let's try it again. Nope, I slipped. This is going to be a problem. Yeah, because you need to get rid of the blaster column first, but you don't want to do that too late, because it's actually the bomb that's been activating the exclamation block, pushing it a little too far. A single tap gets rid of the blaster, then you jump on top of that before the bomb activates, so we were just a little bit late in the previous interaction. Alright, let's try that again. And down we go. Much better. Didn't get locked out this time. Yeah, I guess tapping this would get within range of the thwomps. The thwomps get rid of all this. Then you take the dash panel with a long jump to the other side, which then has another side thwomp activation, so we need to outrun that. Whoops. Cancel that too quickly. Once again, I completely lost track of my position. I was trying to jump to the left out of the ground pound, but... I think we just need to hang left all the way down. Let's see, because you do kind of freeze into position. Oh, no. As the ground pound activates, which means that by the time these are detonated, we'll wind up a little too late. There we go. Okay. And here's Boom Boom. Just saying hello, though. this early on in the experience. E-exit over here. I guess we'll doubling back to it somehow. I would think that this swamp is going down. And then I wonder if we're getting within range to respawn it, though, which I kind of think we will. Oh, I sort of remember this area, maybe. From some early demonstration of this, perhaps. I don't know. It's been too long, like I said. We've been playtesting on and off since late 2022 for this, so... Oh, we activate, then we go left, and then we... try not to trip on ourselves, of course, as the mouse loop around the top side. Okay. Whoops. And we will, of course, try to long jump on time. And that wasn't quite there. Okay. And left. There we go. Much cleaner. It was really just a single boom. That was a little bit slow, okay. Well, we'll just need to crash against that again. Look at that, coins are actually going to matter for 1-ups. Let's time this a little better. And over. Down. There we go. You're probably able to just slide under the first cycle as you jump over. I mean, you know, that's how these levels are usually tuned, but we're going to make a mess of it anyway. Anyway, we reverse after the bump and we try not to slide directly into the spike block, of course, which I also didn't think about. Well, our aim will hopefully sort itself out over the course of World 1. Yeah, we want to hang left coming out of this, obviously. And once again, we just tripped over the ledge. But if you jump early enough, then we should be able to slide right on over to the left side once more. Yeah, we do want to stop at the block first before we hit and turn around. That was the thing we didn't think about. I hadn't really looked at the spike block on the right side until we ran into it. Well, this looks vaguely flag-like. And it is, so. You know what? No, we are tall enough to reach. There we go. Burnt through a few more lives than we would have liked. But we powwowed our way out. I see a Mr. All World Records all day on that one. Anyway, I should have actually known that this one was 1-1. And the reason I would have known is because I remember when Stack-O-Lantern was the first preview of the Superworld that was released back in October 2022 for Halloween. And so, from the Goom, I should have been able to tell that would be the case. But we're going to have a bit of a smoother experience here, at least so far. Let's not jinx that too much, of course. And look at that lovely stack coming all the way down. Probably can't reach much over here, just given the height of the vine, but that's alright. Interesting little illusion of a continuation there that we saw. Yeah, I guess I was supposed to pop that quickly enough so we could go up to note block. There's a change in Subworld, but you know, the space is meant to create the illusion of being continuous. Also, look at that. I recognize that shape. Worth it to spend a life just noting that we recognize that particular design. That Halloween costume. For anyone wishing to look especially sus. Okay. Very springy. I suppose that wasn't the best idea, but... Kick the right side first. Yeah. We didn't think about that properly either. And we should maybe calculate the height a little bit better. The Muncher gives you a very good visual indication of the target height that you should be going for. So do the coins, for that matter, but when have we ever been adept at reading those? Okay, carve it down a little bit lower. That's what pumpkins are for. And then we can reach just fine. Is that icicle going to do anything for me? There we go. Also, anything? No. Key door on the other side, huh? This is something... Oh, okay. Yeah, naturally. I'm going to hit him from below at least once. Oh no, but you can't do that, because if you hit him from below once, then you can't get over the flagpole. So we actually need to take him to the other side, and then hope he hops over this way. Can he even reach, though? Maybe not. But as long as we leave the stack in place... Oh no, we can just lead him down. Come on. There we go. I'm wondering if we missed a secret in 1-2, but... No, we know he can make it. So we just... well, if you would kindly... I mean, I did ask, technically. Nat Cat thinks Toadette will beat this world. Okay. But yeah, of course we don't want to compromise our ability to get to the key door. That's something that's really important to keep in mind. Anyway, just going to make up for some lost time on the auto scroll here if we can. Icicle down. Cat didn't get a secret in this level, well, then you'll get a chance to see it. I think we should keep this idea of fighting him on the other side on a 4-stack over here. This will not be the speediest way of doing it, particularly if you die. That's okay, we don't want to accidentally bounce into the flag or something, so... I always found it to be an unfortunate limitation of the Super World format that you have to go into the Maker profile to replay levels, rather than just using the map. Because that does seem to discourage properly exploring secrets if you are playing everything in sequence. Because you would have to keep track of what you have or haven't done. And yes, Nat Cat is the first contest in quite a while, actually, in probably about a year. But the contest crew is back in action. We'd been discussing it for some time, but I was so busy with Maker 1 early in the year that I wasn't really able to partake at that point anyway. But yes, there is a puzzle contest. It is going to have a deadline in about a month's time. Slightly less now, I guess. And it's anything in the dark theme, which is quite flexible. We will, of course, be playing it here, since it's very thematically appropriate on my stream to be running something called Mario After Midnight. And we'll see if we still know how to solve puzzles. We haven't been doing too many lately. Alright, let's just be careful. And there's no key. Okay. I guess that's not the secret. I think I'm going to try to eliminate all of the Goombas, because I suspect that maybe you need to eliminate the whole stack and then use Boom Boom to get over to the key door. But then that wouldn't make sense, because it would have to be attached to the one on top. So I guess we aren't getting it either. Okay. You thought it was for aesthetics? I guess maybe it is. But the important thing is that we checked. We will, of course, do every level in the world. Let's take a look at this one first. Wet Feet Creek. Ah, now this one, if it's the one I'm thinking of, I do remember. Conceptually. Maybe. I don't know if it's what I'm thinking of. Anyway, we're going to bop that guy. Right, because this is going to be the one where we basically have to maintain a certain state, right? Oh no, I'm thinking of a different one. I'm thinking of the Super Mario World one that was with the spin jump interaction. This is something else. But we're still getting our feet wet, which I suppose is the point of World 1. Our first foot cannon drop. Well, this will be a neat little continuation here. We probably do want to use this both ways. That was not a good idea. We needed to maintain the sliding state, actually, all the way down to the checkpoint flag. We know how to play this game sometimes. I wonder if a wall jump off this side could actually get you over. Maybe, if it's a spin wall jump. Maybe not. That's quite some distance to cover. Yeah, we'll need to go back to 1-1 at some point to figure out that door. Might need to keep some kind of notes about content we've missed. But for now, we'll play through. Since, again, that's just a limitation of a Super World format. It didn't seem like there was any remaining key on the last screen, though. Nor any way to go back from there through the level, so we're pretty much in a position where we had to take the flag. Let's move this down. Probably could just do this immediately, but let's not chance it. We want to wall jump up here if we can. No, we can just swim back through here. That's really interesting. That it's trapped in the exact location that prevents it from getting back into spiny form. It's, you know, sort of right on the tile that would allow us to spin on top like that. Nat Cat using the level viewer. What kind of secret hunting is that? Okay. That looks like nothing. Okay, that's fine. Ah, yes. We can just go back this way now. Anyway, we can't spin on the thwomp yet. We do need to move it. It's a down thwomp. Kind of wonder. We need to get off to a spinning start at some point in order to get over to the next area here. I was hoping to just climb on a vine and then maybe spin from the top. Because once you lower the thwomp, maybe... No, you can't do that though, because... Oh yes, you can, okay. Spin jumping on a vine is something that I completely wasn't sure about at first. Tells you how long it's been. Because, I mean, was that or wasn't that something that you could do to Maker 1? Oh, we could have killed this. And we missed the opportunity to do so. Well, if we're searching for a key here, that's an obvious place to look for if it comes to that. Now, why would this allow you to loop back? Over. Whoop, nope, let's not do that. There's got to be some good reason for that. Alright. Yeah, why did I think you couldn't spin jump off of that? I don't remember. We will let this wake up. And just a one up, that's fine. Take it. Yeah, the bridge, I guess, prevents that from giving it a one up if you hit it from above. That cat sees it now. I see. Well, like I said, we'll have to... Back. Can you spin jump off a claw? Yes, you can. It's been too long. These basic game mechanics just eluding me. Presumably, you have to close this off. Okay. And here's Boom Boom. You see Kidori over here? Nope, not really. No reason to wait around for him then. Unless we just want to watch him sink. YY5-WK9-30G. We will, of course, loop around over here. And take a look at Super Sonic Splash. Okay, underwater dash panels. Oh, we should have maybe not held down into that. Let's actually go back up if we can. Because every pipe will be a two-way pipe in this game. Something else we should get used to again. Okay, just a blooper, I guess. Look at this little one-way panel up here, just for aesthetics. I guess we probably should have... Oh. Look at that Goomba looking absolutely shocked that it would choose to jump that early. He's as surprised as you are. Probably could have just bounced on top of him for some reason, but... We would have wanted to jump and ground pound in that location to get around to Pokey from below. Anyway, for a slow speed dash panel run, let's... What's a bee doing here underwater? Oh well, I guess it's... Guess where it lives now. I think we need a bigger jump than that. Dash panel momentum. Ah, yes, dash panel momentum is preserved when you leave the water. That seems to be the concept here. That this is teaching you. That's neat. Alright, let's go back this way. Off this a little bit, and then we want dash panel momentum coming out of this one then. Well, after we want the long jump, but with dash panel momentum to get over to that side. If we hit the long jump accurately. There we go. Ah, yes, this just... I suppose... If you spawn from checkpoint, that wall's off the left side. I think that's probably what that does. Now... Well... I guess that's just how bullies work. Icicle is going to do what? Give me room to ground pound through here if we line up. Then... this is obviously something. But we need dash panel momentum to do it, I bet. And we can do it with these panels going to the left. You would need momentum to go to the right anyway. But then you would want to come back this way. Oh, no, you don't. Like I said, the important thing is that we checked. But yeah, you need to build momentum and then maintain it in the swimming state. And jump somewhat accurately. Somewhat accurately. Nope. Let's do this again. We don't want to ground pound, of course. I was just trying to... Let's crouch. I don't know what I thought was going to happen. Obviously, we need to pound it first. Ah, okay, so that doesn't block you off necessarily. It just eliminates the twomp in advance. There we go. Nope. Let's not hit down too early there. We're only one tile high. We don't actually need to crouch in that. I don't know why I was instinctively just crouching. Oh, this is too slow. I knew we were supposed to climb. I actually did grab. We jumped instinctively, which was not the best move. I see. You have to get the bully to face that way first. That's what these blocks are for. I actually didn't think about that. That is the facing direction of the bully that matters. I feel like that's a mechanic that... Or rather, maybe your angle of approach, because it was facing left that time, but we were coming in from the right side. That's a mechanic that I don't really remember seeing, in fact. That's a puzzle waiting to happen. Specific bully-facing interaction. Okay, much better. And... well, let's see what we can do. I think we need to lower this one to get a jump up here. Probably need to push it a little further. Yeah, I know it's the facing direction, but we managed to beat the interaction to it. Rather, the animation. Whoops, yeah. Come on, let's get it to face. There we go. In the direction of travel. And let's keep going. Oop. Okay. Once again, loop down here, and then, yeah, we do want to push this one. Just follow it. The speed there lines up really quite nicely. Everything there just kind of synchronizes in such a way that it looks like this continuous push. Anyway, here's this Sonic interaction. Presumably, we can find some way to hit that, but we'll just sit here instead and hope the one-up touches. It does. Oh, let's build up a little bit more, right? I wonder if that is reachable. It should be, because I feel like we'd need it to continue. Well, Let's think about this. We actually need perhaps just a little bit more speed here. I feel like there's some element of this that I need to figure out first. Now, would Boom Boom's position even matter at any point to... Oh, I'm doing this? Probably not, but... You know what? Let's go back through here. Everything's been activated already at this point. Oh, maybe it's just a bonus room, but then you should be able to get this and potentially... I mean, this wouldn't do anything for you except, it, you know, if it spawns a winged bomb or something in that pipe. No, this is rather tantalizing. I mean, I guess it technically is just a bonus room, but, you know, this is the kind of thing that makes me immediately think that the top right is bombable. But then it wouldn't spawn anyway, even if you... Yeah, because of the overlap, so... I'm just thinking, you know, what could this question block activation possibly be? As something that would give you something like an alternate exit. I don't think it's anything, I think. Maybe we just get back out, but... There probably is a way to hit that we're just not seeing. We might have missed the opportunity for it. Anyway. This is the intended exit, perhaps. I mean, I guess that's sort of a consistent decorative element for some of the low-hanging walls in this level as well, in terms of how the vertical pipes are being used. We do want to get this chomp, if you can. Oh. So this is, of course, worth checking. It's nothing, but thought I would try. Yes, this allows you to reverse, which we need. Oh. I guess we should just continue. And, of course, we'll take it, because we're reckless that way. I don't know why I thought a long jump would do that when I clearly saw the spike block there. But we'll continue. Oh. We'll try to find a more reliable method to time this element too. Maybe we'll do that a little bit better, but that's okay. That'll do just fine. Of course, if you release more skip squeaks, that's going to give us a bit of a wider platform to land on. Look at that very specific death pattern there. Tells you everything you need to know about this segment. Wall jump method works quite nicely though. Sure, let's give ourselves a third one just to have a bit more space after having replaced so many of them. Yeah, we'll take it again, sure. It's a super one, we could use it. Icicles are going to take those out. Then why would we want to do this with the Goombas? Let's... oh, because this is going to be a long jump off the one-way panel that is exposed, I see. Oh, totally didn't see a Goomba. that had walked all the way to precisely that location. Much cleaner. Also much cleaner. Yeah, bouncing like that is probably the most reliable way to do that. So we'll let that go. Whoops. Missed a long jump. We'd probably want to get rid of that anyway, I think. I see what's going on with that. That actually, if you split the Goombas, then the long jump deflects you onto the right side of the split. You know, once you rebound off of the long jump, rather. Whoops. Well, I guess the 1-up neutralizes that. Yeah, because the rebound on the long jump would ordinarily put you in the water. But if instead you deflect back towards the right side of the Goomba split, then you'd be able to bounce off of that and just continue without having to land in the water and paddle your way back out, so... Presumably, using the Goom split to your advantage is part of the speed path. Anyway, oh, sure. Let's do that. What is that bully even doing there? Oh. There we go. Yeah, you see, that's exactly what it's supposed to be if you want to do it quickly without landing in a pit. This is going to be a slide. The sliding state will get you through to Spiny. I don't see a way to get rid of that pokey, though. So presumably we just want to hit flag. And a pokey just gives you a little bit of a bonus for doing so. Points-wise. Alright. Almost out of World 1. Boom Boom's Boing Boing. Okay. I am still in NSMBU mode, as you can see from my attempts to wall jump up the vine. Let's not do that. But what if we had the propeller suit? No, it's not that either. Let's continue this way. Not even an SMBU world, but mode, but rather 3D world mode. Yes, this concept. Yes, I do remember this. It's where you can go like this, but I suspect that I have to decide between the bonus versus the optional path, and we'll check this first. Oh, I see. This is just to give you the bonus artwork on the right side with the very conveniently placed fossil. Claire says, Boom Boom's Boing Boing is the esteemed art of translating a kangaroo's rhythmic movements into interpretive dance. I guess it is. Referring, of course, to the fact that a kangaroo is also referred to as a boomer. Anyway, let's boing boing our way up. That was not a good idea, but we'll do it. I guess we just need to slide away through this. Because there's no way we're wrapping around that. And then, oh yes, because we're Fire Yoshi, we can't actually swallow anything. That's rather important to remember. And it's the staircase. I remember that kind of staircase being the central feature of one of the other levels that was made for this as well, perhaps the Christmas one, I recall. Let's get in the door and see what is here. Oh yes, that's just where we came from. This allows you to reset, but why would it allow you to reset unless... Unless the idea is that you go through here, you get a Yoshi, you come back, and you get up here. And yeah, it looks like we'd want to take Yoshi back to the left side, perhaps, if we are able to. I mean, I guess we should just spin... Well, no, we can't spin it on ourselves. We do need Yoshi to land on that consistently. Oh, that gives you 1-up. Interesting. But it's only a checkpoint. Perhaps that's all it does. Yeah, okay, I see. There's some coins down below. We can just drop down there. Now, of course, we're going to check this first. I guess that was a bad idea, but we're going to try something to that effect anyway. Just a 1-up, but clearly there's something reachable up top. So we'll explore properly. It's alright. Even if Boom Boom is out of the picture there, we are able to continue. And we can't really do anything except watch him be trapped, I guess. But the important thing is that we checked. And, you know, this clearly gives you something to hit. I mean, it bounces him on top, but gives us a little something to interact with. Let's check this side. Get rid of that. And proceed. Found Boom Boom's secret hiding spot. Yeah, very important that we did that. Fire Yoshi will need to eliminate this from down below. Implying, of course, that we will need to come up towards him this way. Take him from below. And there we go. Well, not standing on that anytime soon, but... Interesting that, yeah, in this state, he's not under a one-way panel, but it's he's being trapped in that motion, but I wonder if that still prevents you from spin jumping on top. Possibly. Anyway, this just allows you to get up here quickly now. And this allows you to take Yoshi out with you, which is going to be necessary in order to eventually blast through all of that. Very interesting lift design with the muncher up top here, just kind of trapping everything in place. I guess Daboo is just there to obstruct you from standing on a muncher that's keeping him in place. Anyway, through we go. Now we'll need to get one Yoshi to rescue the other one. And probably not like that. We actually wanted to go down below, I think. Okay, down. We'll wait for the lift. There we go. Yeah, I mean, I guess we could have done this quickly, but we didn't, so. That was somewhat likely to happen. Too slow. Hang on. Oh, maybe not. Alright, let's do this properly. I guess, yeah, this Yoshi's just gonna be trapped, so we need to get the other one. And we need to raise Boom Boom up to the next spot here by activating the skull platforms down below. So we just run across, I think, and he'll be lifted up by one level here. And we saw what munchers are for as well. We don't want to lose Yoshi in the right side pit, of course, because we can't really get him out. That would almost certainly reset the room if I'm reading that correctly. And this Yoshi, I think, is decorative. Yeah, this is, of course, Maker 2. We are not just going to slide through the goal, the way we've been doing so often lately. And that is World 1. Notice the design on the world map, of course. Coincides rather nicely with the secret artwork that we've been seeing throughout. I see a ghost house with comparatively few ninjas on it. That tells me it's something puzzly. Let's do it. Possibly. We'll see. 2-1, Night Shift Bookshelf. Okay. This is going to give us a little conveyor swap. We hit and we get pushed. And once again, we then have to give ourselves enough room to head over. Oh, or we just maybe wall jump off of this and slam ourselves down. That works too. Yeah, Natcat, less plays equals puzzles levels. That is the unfortunate reality. Because people don't have taste. Anyway, we'll do this, and then it's going to be a wall jump off of this, heading over to the right. And then, I don't know what I thought was going to happen, but, oh yes, no, now we let ourselves get pushed ahead and rather, we just need to outpace Pokey. Checkpoints. And then we ride this over. And we needed the forward momentum, of course, in order to reach the right side if we would like to activate the long jump accurately for once. What is that up there? Nothing. Okay. Putting this number here without context. Mang, now I'm wondering who did that. Who actually managed to record that time. Unless that's just a premonition of what is to come. We want to bust through. And we know that the bully is able to walk through that way, right? But we just need to get him to face right then. Or don't we? Yeah, there we go. That's a really neat interaction. Okay. Now we need the bully to slam the switch on the left side. And that did it, but we needed to outpace him. Oh. And then, yeah, doing it this way is not going to work, obviously. We need to land facing right on the one-way... Well, not on the one-way, on the dash panel, rather. So we could long jump over him and outpace him on the way back. There we go. And I'll switch over there. Let's see, first of all, what the height on the long jump is like. That'll do it. We need to get on top of the blaster while it's moving in a particular position to get through the door. Because of the 2-tile spacing of exclamation blocks, the exclamation block will not be what gives me the door, it will be the blaster. And that does make me think about what this will be if we do in fact drop towards it. And how we can drop towards it. In terms of what it would activate. I think what needs to happen is that you need to tap this once. This gives 2 blocks of spacing that traps the blaster in this location until this expires. And then that would allow you to... from that point. Yeah, we need to time a long jump off the left side such that we land on this block, deflect off of it. Then we hit the on-off switch after that to move this column back. That will be what traps it under the door, and before the exclamation block expires, we get through the door. I need a long jump accurately first. There we go. So we long jump from here instead, and tap, and then we need to do this relatively quickly. Might as well just take the checkpoint first. And then we just need to rotate through that accurately and let this reset itself if it's not going to be the case. Yeah, left to right would be nice. Getting through the ut pipe would also be nice. Well, you'll have to fill me in on context of the full time afterwards. Unless, of course, it is, as I said, just a premonition of what is to come. Look at that compression there. That was a bad idea. Actually, no, that was fine. We could have wall jumped. I was thinking, oh, maybe we should have done the spin high jump. But no, wall jump would have been fine off the spikes. Whoops. Not for this level, I see. That cat, you saw the clip Luwuka made. Okay. See, here I am thinking back to anything I might have played recently that might have fallen into that category. I feel like there was definitely something. That was Worlds 3, I see. Anyway, I guess we moved the bones, but we do need this state over here before it wakes up. Now, Cat, you didn't think it was hard to know what to do. It was knowing the button presses to do it. Okay. I guess we'll see what you're talking about when we get to World 3. Anyway, if you do this, then look at how slowly it moves because of the two-sided nature of the conveyor belt, which is something that you never really get to see, because what else even interacts with that, right? Yeah, because there aren't that many things, other than perhaps cannons, that would ever really use the bottom of the conveyor in that manner. We do need to slam this in order to get over here and get through the door. Look at the coins on the right side too, that looks awfully suspicious. Not that we can do anything to tap the on-off switch. Hey, there we go. That's what I want to see. Sure, let's just beat up Boom Boom, just complete this properly. I don't know if Boom Boom is killable in every level. I mean, he was just a bonus room in the previous one. Right, with the... rather, with the alternate pipe and the semi-water level that we saw earlier. So perhaps he's not killable in every level, but he does appear in every level. So that's what I've gathered anyhow. We needed to bounce off Boom Boom in order to actually hit one of those, so let's rethink this. Hang on. Of course, if we have the Goomba hat, Boom Boom behaves a little bit differently. He just kind of sits there and takes it. Much better. Yeah, he'll just freeze in position. Won't do much of anything. Other than that. And of course we'll see what this is all about. Very piggish. And thank you for the GG. Night Shift Bookshelf. Describes the streaming office here fairly well. Let's see what this is. Beetle Belittle. This is 2-3, so we're doing things in the open order. Oh, this is going to be another Sonic-style level, this time in SMP3. And by Sonic-style, I mean something just rolling really quickly. But we'll just tap and push. I don't know why I'm still in wall jump mode every time we come out of a 3D world level. We do need to tap the swamp, obviously, so just have this. I do remember testing this one, I think. Whoops. I say right as I take the death. Yeah, very springy. Toadette just giving us her best shocked face. Okay. Here we go. Look at these decorative munchers on pipes everywhere as well. Carefully overlaid with the bushes. Whoops, I took too long staring at that and Beetle woke up. Okay. Not the best idea. It doesn't lock you, does it? If the beetle just wakes up. No, I think we are still able to hit it. But just need to watch what we're doing for once. No, I was too busy admiring the kind of consistency of the artwork there with the bushes that were placed behind every muncher on each column. And we do need the beetle to head up top as well, of course, after eliminating the thwomp that way. Tapped us. Whoop. There we go. That's more like it. This is going to spring over to the right side, and we will need to bounce off of it directly over to the vine climb. The beetle will beat me to it and eliminate the piranha first. Whoops. A little bit slow off that jump. But we did understand it correctly. Load that up. And wait. To the right. Much better. Now we let this one undock in such a way that it's going to be forced by the one-way panel to go right, and then we get a bounce off of it to the right side. Rather, we push it and the one-way panel traps it in such a way that we can go like that. Now this shell we will need to push to the right. That's all we need to do with it. I guess this one we just drop it. And ideally we drop it in such a way that I can reach the up pipe. Here, I guess we just drop it on the way over. But of course we can cut through this down below. And then loop around this way. Whoops. Just a bit of a misread on that one. Okay, let's push. Then that's going to go down. We'll get an up pipe some of the time. We do know the one up placement here as well. Right where it's signaled. This conspicuous plant. Love this little design here too. Look at these palm leaves just kind of protruding from either side. It's part of the background art, of course, but still just a bit of a nice touch. Then we'll project this forward. That will be checkpoint. Now, why would we... Okay, no, this is just there to project it up. We don't actually need to take it. Then we now need to dump this so this goes right. Just a neat little momentum release there. don't think bopping that does anything. Okay. Well, we tried it. This Pokemon will need to be eliminated so we can have access to the spring. We'll do that. We do want to project this to the right if we can, so we can open that gate. Then, this way. If you notice, the rather sus artwork was over here this time instead. Just peeking out of view. Bounce back this way, I guess. And what was this setup all about? I guess just there to release Boom Boom that way, and we loop around to the left. Oh, wow. I remember something like that, actually, that interaction. Let's bounce on this and totally miss. B. Suzuki, welcome. Yeah, B. Suzuki, I don't know if you made a tier list of all the hidden artwork in the Super World, but I wouldn't be surprised if you did. Backbone Badlands. Well, I mean, you know, even in the first level of today, we did something much like that, so I think we know how our aim is going today. I think we didn't really think that through. We're supposed to ground pound it, obviously. You don't think you found them all? Yeah, I mean, you'd have to track which ones you picking up along the way in the first place, I guess. Whoops. We just needed to bop it once. We don't need to pound it. It's far too much of a delay. Okay, much better. And let's not miss quite so often. No, nope, bad idea. We'll try to play as cleanly as we can to get ahead of the auto-scroll. But it's pretty generously timed, we just make mistakes. Okay, that's much better. Why would it... Oh, I see. Okay, now we have to lift this. No, we were supposed to lift that so we could pound this. Rather, we had to stop it. Pretty generous about the lives here, at least. Alright. Much better. Of course, we could have bought ourselves just a little bit more time with fewer mistakes. We'll obtain that a little bit faster this time and jump out to the left instead. I think that's probably the better way to do it. I don't know if that was... No, that was not the right idea. icicle up top. Why would that be? Oh, because you need to push the dry bones from that location in order to hit the brick, like you do in early parts of the level, of course. We just needed to read that quickly. Much better position there. Comes to being able to get out of there cleanly. Yeah, this will come back. Stop it. Blow that up. And continue. Icicle's going to take that down. And then... no, we do need to kick it. So we need to pop the Goomba stack from below, which is something that we were taught, of course, in the Stack-O-Lantern level in World 1. So nice to see the continuity between some mechanics is to make a comeback from one level to another. Where you can just confidently expect the player, after playing it in Super World order, roughly, to just understand how to read some recurring elements immediately. Oh, whoops. Yes. That's right, let's just take the death. Okay, there we go. Actually loaded that properly this time. Whoop. A little behind the timing, though. And, oh, that's a miss. Anyway, let's continue this way. Nice to kick it a little further over, but we'll take it. Okay. Wasn't sure we'd... Oh, no, there's nothing to hit from below here. Wait. That doesn't make sense. We just need more momentum then. I only just noticed it was a hard block below the Goomba stack, so scratch everything I was saying earlier about the Stack-O-Lantern mechanic making a comeback. And that is not, in fact, true. Rather foolish in retrospect, now that I think about it. Well, it would have been a neat idea, if it were true. No, that's not right, then. We really do need to rethink that. If it's not from where we were jumping, we need to rethink that whole thing. It's obviously not a damage boost. You do need to kick the shell over to the right side. But I wonder if you just... Well, let's go back and look at it. We have to look at it quickly because of the auto-scroll, but... I don't know why we did that. Probably something relatively obvious, but... we'll try to fix it. Okay. I mean, is it just a matter of gaining enough momentum? Because it doesn't look like we can get anywhere near that. I guess if we're really at full speed, and you know, maybe we're just doing that cleanly. It seemed like we were consistently one Goomba short. Luwuka, welcome. Oh no, I already said hi to you earlier. I mean, thinking about this properly. Yeah, speaking of all the emotes, by the way, that are from the Beast's channel, I did see that he was playing the Super World last week. And lurked for a bit for one of the levels I had seen before. It's good to see these levels getting wide exposure. Oops. Let's jump over here. Tap this and miss. I'm still thinking ahead to what's going wrong with the Goomba bit. Oh no, you know what? You just jump off of the shell and you just unstack it from up top and then... Yeah, okay. We were still clearly in Stack-O-Lantern mode. I was thinking, oh, why don't we just, you know, take out the Goombas from below. Nope. It turns out that the thing you do with Goombas and all the various Goom variants is you just jump on them. That is in fact something we learned from a series called Super Mario Brothers some time ago. Oh, missed. Almost. Oh, missed. Alright. We need to do that a little bit quicker. We can do it with one bounce. But I was thinking that if we do it with two bounces, then we don't need to gain as much speed with a shell. Maybe the timing isn't quite right. It's an upside-down Stack-O-Lantern. Yeah, that's what it is. We know how to jump on things, don't we? Every now and then. Oh, I was trying to jump out to the left and then kick it, but we missed. And one moment here. Let's... up this way. And push. Okay. Left. There we go. That is correct. That you use one shell and bounce on top of the other shell. I think that does look correct. But, whoops. Let's... Maybe. We haven't really looked at this properly yet. No, you actually just kick it. You kick that one to the right side, and then you use the second shell as a jumping off point. Yeah, there we go. So let's let go of the button. I was trying to push that from the left side, but we just kept landing on it. Let's try to land like that instead. Except, of course, we don't want to land it in that row. We want to get all the way up top, so... Now, that makes me wonder, though. Did we jump out of that shell directly? No, I don't think so. We don't really get any kind of bounce. Then why would you want this note block? Because this note block gets you over there cleanly. Yeah, so, no, that's what it is. You actually push this, you go back to the left, you use the note block to get up there manually. I missed. Yeah, you tap that first and you hang left. Oh, totally missed. that does look correct, though. Much better. And then you need to deflect the shell back through this. We'll see how that happens when we get to it. Yeah, you're supposed to jump out of it as you're hugging the one-way panels, because that will project it accordingly. I think that's how it's supposed to happen. Let's take a little bit of initial reading here, where we bounce like that. There we go. And then the thwomp is going to move that through. We need to run over to the other side and then catch a shell on top of the grinder, and then that will give you a nice high bounce over to the right side. Hug the wall and bounce. Very satisfying. Gets you within the wall box. Gets you within there. Whoa. Okay. We did make it. I guess I do appreciate this little bit here. Guess that certainly wasn't vine cling or anything, and I certainly missed the pipe entry. Hey, look at that. It's, speaking of returning mechanics, that actually are returning mechanics this time. Same thing as in the Yoshi level. Anything up here? There we go. And we'll even get this one if we can. Okay, we made it, eventually. Wormbird Whirl. Not exactly the Super Mario Sunshine Sandbird. The early Wormbird gets the other Wormbird, I suppose. Okay, let's get some proper momentum going into this. And all of the coins as well, if we can manage it. This is the first pink coin hunt that was hit today, I think. Oh, not gonna get there anytime soon. I suppose if we make it up top, let's get some proper momentum going on here. Very well-placed effect. I see, if you spin jump immediately, you can just tap your way over here. Yeah, we do want to use that wall deflection to our advantage. We can. That muncher on that ledge, I wonder what that's all about. I guess, yeah, the poke in the middle was just an obstruction. Doesn't really do anything else for us. No, whoops. Nope, missed. It was very nearly the right idea. let this go. And this time we'll try to do this a little more accurately and not make the same mistake. Spoiler alert. We made the same mistake. Okay, there we go. And we'll just hang around here for a bit. And wait. Yeah, racing it over as we go is the right idea. We do want to tap this first, very similar to one of the other levels that we saw earlier with the Buzzies. In terms of needing to get rid of a thwomp obstruction before continuing. Icicle is going to take out Pokey, so we need to get within Icicle range and then go left. Go. We will, of course, need to see what this is all about. Is it going to push it? Yep. Thought so. Oh, totally missed that. Need to bounce higher. Maybe catch it as it's going up. Or catch it on the other side, actually, so we have forward momentum going into it. Now it's a little bit shorter. No, that's a bad idea. We need to rethink that. Let's try that again. And yes, if you are starting a checkpoint, it is preloaded into the correct position. Trimming the Pokies, yeah. Maybe not quite the same level of precision, but at this level, who can tell? Yeah, so that gains enough height, but we need to go from the right to the left, I think. Oop. Or maybe just catch it at a higher position after trimming the Pokies. Oop. Might be here a while. I mean, we could also just bounce on it multiple times. If we approach it this way instead. And if we bounce on it multiple times, we get right to left momentum on its way down, and that's probably a much cleaner way to do it. Yeah, after working on the super world for so long, no surprise that we just finish each other's jokes. Oops. Oh, missed it. There we go, much better. Now, we have to catch this over here. And we totally missed the opportunity to slide down this way, but we will go down the slow way instead. Oh! Getting chased out of there. I guess here we can just jump. We'll spin jump off of this instead and hope I make it. Nope. Not quite. Alright, let's do it the same way if we can. There we go. And then, yeah, you totally can make it over and do it quickly if you plan for it properly, but do this instead. Get on over. spin as it's going to the right. Yeah, I guess the hard blocks give you a good sense of how far that stack is going to go. If you drop the icicles, I guess we want to drop them while the pokey is intersecting, perhaps, and then, yeah, that's going to lower it. Oh, almost. Could have been a little bit more convenient space for me, I guess. But we'll take the checkpoint. And we'll drop in the middle here, which will give you spin, spin, spin. And that was, of course, just a rehearsal. Coin 5, looking at this location. We'll need to figure out how to raise this, perhaps. I guess we just spin over it. And then we just need to get onto Wiggler on the back way like this. And then spin as the pokey is to the top of its position there. Now, this is interesting. Because you get on a note block, then you just jump over to pokey, so what's this all about then? Why would you even need that unless there's some reason to reverse? Not sure. Anyway. Okay. Let's not die to this. If we can help it. It looks like there's going to be some kind of reordering that happens here. I wonder, with the switch state, if there was something that could have happened at that hard block location if we went further left. I sort of want to check. Particularly if we don't see a safety coin in. Oh, we do see the safety coin, okay. We might have missed something, but we'll take it. Alright, this will do something special, I'm sure. Oops. Probably raising a pokey or something at this location so I could hit the question block. If I had to guess. Oh, it's Boom Boom. Yeah, of course it's Boom Boom. Why do we think it would be pokey? Can we just run over him this way? Oh, not so much. I guess there was a Boom Boom replacement. Anyway. Missed both one-ups. I see the maker record on that one is still holding. Anyway, that's just going to leave the conclusion of World 2. Boom Boom's Disco Dance. Well, that's quite the disco dance. Okay, nothing really. Unless you really want coins, I guess. I do remember this mechanic, I think. But yeah, Boom Boom's going to eliminate everything. Give me a hop jump. Very rarely seen. And I guess we do want to lead Boom Boom over to clear some space first. We're kind of slow dancing this, but works for me. Oh, whoops. Not much of a wall jump there. It is clearly wall jumpable. If you want to do it quickly, but we didn't, so. Let's make it through this way instead. Yeah, Thwomp acts as a bit of a timing gate to get Boom Boom warmed up for the big show. Yeah, if you don't climb, you can of course just bounce top of the Skip Squeaks back and forth if you want to do that a bit more cleanly than how we've been doing it. Oh, that one up was something we missed earlier and missed again. Guess we just need to eliminate this. And this for that matter. Oh. Why, thank you, Boom Boom. Very helpful of you. There we go. Now what does this do? Okay. I think he's danced himself out. That is fill. This is a long jump. And then on a switch here is the reason that this is a disco dance. We do need to bounce him in this location. Yeah, because it does switch off immediately. Don't give yourself enough to work with. Whoa, that was close. We're not going to do that quickly enough, I don't think. We do need to lead him over a little further first, I think. Oops. Well, yeah, I mean, if he has redward momentum. Hang on. You know what? No, we just need to walk over and hit from below. Like a sensible person. This is going to be a long jump. We do need to time a long jump if we can. Then up. Right, we just need him to off the thwomp, I guess, or well, we'll think about that. There we go. Very cooperative experience. We shouldn't bother spawning the fellow on the left, but I guess that's just something from experience. Trying to get the bounce as he hits the switch. There we go. Oh, almost did it cleanly. Clearly designed in such a fashion that you can do it cleanly, but we didn't. Okay. Then this way as well. We need to time this a lot better. I wonder how we did that. I think we just lead him all the way. There we go. Do that in a bit more of a systematic fashion now. I was looking at the mushroom platform at the base of that tree as well. I'm wondering if that was just maybe a bit of a speed mechanic here, like if you ground pound. No, that didn't do anything. Hard blocks. Okay. Yeah, eliminate that, and then that's going to get you over to this side, which then boxes him in a location that is not at all suspicious. But that is the desert world. Alright, next up. Almost symmetrical, were it not for some of the bridges falling into a state of disrepair. So, let's head up to this side first. Okay. Just gonna be reversing through here, of course. And, you know, trying to jump accurately out of that. Go. Uh-oh, you're saying. Yeah, because I remember how long I took to do this once upon a time, I think. Dash panel over there. Yes, that's right. We're going to try to not run into the bounce platform, perhaps. Here we go. We have to roll into this. And then dash over here. Not this level specifically, I don't think, but the mechanic kind of reminds me of something that I had trouble with at some point. Something to the left over here, eventually. Yeah, because you can lose a lot of progress in something like this, obviously. Come up here. Then well, there's a slope up here. Let's talk about this. That does send you up quite a ways. I guess if you're going up the slope, hang on, just slow you down a bit. Well, we need enough momentum to get up there. We'll need something with a dash panel. That's not really going to be the jump that we want. But if... Yeah, you see, we still have dash panel momentum all the way up to here. And we run into a bit of trouble once we get into this spot. Which tells me that we should be maybe just clearing this jump completely. Let's see why you said uh-oh now, because maybe I don't know what to do here. Let's think about that. Looks like eventually we'll need to go back and forth somehow. There is, of course, another dash panel up top here, which tells me that it could potentially send you back down to the left over here, and then you wall jump up on that side. So it's going to be a bit of a back and forth. Now... Ah! Okay. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. In fact. I previously just gave that a single tap, and we just didn't even think about that. The rest of the way. Now, this we'll need to take with us. This will also need to blow up. Unless we're approaching it from up top, which might also be the case. We are approaching it from up top, yeah. So here, this is going to be a long jump in this location. We need to figure out where to place the spring strategically at some point. Yeah, that's something that can be done with a long jump. If we have the appropriate momentum. What if we drop this down here and merely fall into this? And then that would potentially give you enough momentum to bounce up top, and then you long jump off of there. Let's try that. That's not going to be it. However, I was thinking, you know, what if you drop it as you go? Because you get this little extra bit of momentum off the conveyor here. Except you don't land on it. So that's about it. I'm wondering what the conveyor is all about then. Ah, I see. If you toss this, then it lands. That looks like it's going to be relevant at some point. That you have to toss in this location. And then possibly fall in it as it's coming down, and then you go over. Oh, that looks right. That looks right. Netcat said something about World 3. And we were talking about 99-minute times earlier. We need to hit the long jump, obviously. I suspect this is something to do with that. Yeah, because you're supposed to hit this precise timing here as it's coming down the conveyor, so we don't want to wall slide, obviously, as we're coming down. And we want to long jump accurately once we're on top. This is still the easy room. Okay. Duly noted. And then we need a spring in a top location. Let's not run out of time. Right? Let's see if this jump will do what we need. It will. Oh, it looked like there was probably something in the top right too, but we didn't get a chance to see it. Oh, we'll have 70 seconds to hit checkpoint. Luckily, the checkpoint flag is here. Good thing I didn't wander around for too long before seeing it. Now, this will slow you down, but it can still give you a long jump that potentially hits the question blocks, right? If you do this, or rather, if you drop immediately, no, that doesn't preserve momentum. But I wonder If it is possible to preserve this dash panel... Yeah, you're supposed to preserve that dash panel and the boost that it gives you as you go into the lower conveyor. But then in order to do that... Well, let's see what we can do about that. Excellent timing on the clock. I wonder if ground pound actually preserves it. It does not. Didn't think so. Given how ground pound typically just cuts all your momentum anyway. Then we don't want the wall side, basically. Maybe we just let go of the input. No, that's not nearly what we need. What if we just long jump out of here? No, that's not right. We crouch into it? No. So we need to figure out how to maintain dash pedal momentum coming here. What do we pull back towards it? No. Looks like we still get a bit of a boost. Doesn't seem right though. But we need to not hit the wall, basically. If I'm understanding this correctly. We don't want to slide back like that either. Yeah, as you can see, we are getting a bit of a boost at the end. You face left as you're falling. That looks like it's almost right. We just didn't jump close to the edge enough. You face left as you're falling, not while you're underground. You try not to hit the wall. Maybe. We should test it out properly first. Or maybe you just let go of the input as you're falling. And try to do that. Really don't actually understand it yet. If we jump here. Yeah, the question blocks are telling me something. My first instinct would be to try to do some kind of long jump against him. And, you know, sort of spill off the side, but it looks like that's going to be it. Okay, so we pushed in against this one. I need to think about this logically. I guess we're going to burn the whole clock down on this room, probably. Yeah, the blocks are a hint. Well, heart blocks that end. That's an R. I'm thinking, you know, what if we are on the conveyor and we back into this? Why would that not just be equivalent? Yeah, the question blocks. Yeah, I know what you mean. I said hard blocks, but... See, the way I'm seeing it is that if you wall jump off the question blocks, you get on the conveyor and you can actually kind of backslide onto the dash panel, but if you're holding right when you hit the dash panel, then the boost still gives you a boost to the left. However, no, the pipe won't have anything to do with it since it doesn't send you through, but basically we need some way to preserve the dash state. Did a wall jump out of question blocks the whole level? No, we hit them with the long jump pretty consistently, in fact. I thought I tried that here, but we just didn't seem to get it. I guess if we let the conveyors pull us back without dash panel momentum, then maybe the jump can hit, right? That's what I was trying to do earlier. I figured it would be something, but... where you kind of slow down into the wall jump. As long as you... yeah, the issue I had earlier was that we were using the dash panel still, but if you do it without the dash panel, then you can reach. Like that. And then if you do successfully wall jump, or rather long jump into that, then I wonder if it preserves the momentum that you get. Well, except we don't have the dash panel at this point, though, so we do that. Yeah, because previously what we used the question blocks for was long jumping the way that we were demonstrating here, but... I think what you do is you use the dash panel and you do the long jump regardless, and the deflection is still going to send you down to the lower conveyor belt, but maintain the dash panel state. We just need to go right off the end of here so we can actually deflect properly. Yeah, because I think it should still be a long jump. It's just that because we were way over the question blocks previously, we didn't get the deflection that we wanted. It doesn't seem like it's going to get us on top of the lower conveyor, though. Because the deflection sends you too far down. I was hoping to deflect onto this and see what happens if you preserve dash panel momentum from the lower part. Let's put that. Because if you don't have dash panel momentum, like I said before, we do this, you know, sort of very minimal launch. Oh, that hit the wall. Okay, so yeah, we do it without the dash panel then. Rather... yeah. I see it, that we did reach it. I kind of gave up on that too earlier because I thought it was still unable to reach, but... there we go. And we've got 4 seconds to enjoy it before we have to redo it. Okay, there we go. We took one full cycle, but we did figure it out. Yeah, the insight here is to not use the dash panel, despite everything that the level seems to be signaling. Or rather... yeah. Yeah, because the thing is, I was still making contact earlier with the wall jump. Or with the long jump, rather. We actually need the long jump to not be obstructed in order to make the fall at the correct angle. That is unintended, but if it works, it works. Okay. I guess that isn't going to teach me how to do later parts of the puzzle then. I mean, I don't know how often you'd seen that up to this point, but... okay, long jump on several of these, probably. Okay, now that we're big, we need to think about sliding various locations. Ah, now that we're big, we're going to slide into this. That will maybe eventually be something that we do, but I guess we need dash panel momentum coming out of here in order to hit, which means we should actually be deflecting this way. Oh wow, look at that jump. Yeah, because if we land out of that, then if we do it cleanly without touching the corner, then we still have the dash state for the long jump. Potentially? No. I don't know. That is interesting. Yeah, we're definitely still in the dashing state at that point. Oops, we're just missing a long jump every time. But clearly if we do hit the long jump early enough, that should do it. Oops. Yeah, very rarely do we see this interaction for us as well. In terms of the kind of jump that we can get here. We just need to, again, not miss the corner. Trying to long jump out of that. I don't know why it's not going. There we go. Now we need to get out this way, which is probably just reversing through here. Okay, we're going up. I'll take you to the track block. Let's see what that means. Yeah, at this point you're definitely going to have the mushroom state. But it looks of it, a track block would push you down below, perhaps. Or would it? Well, let's lower the track block first and see what happens. We'll need to get back here at some point, obviously. And maybe if we're crouched, like if we take this slope. We're not crouched. Yeah, because we get like this. Well, we'll think about that. Let's get back first. Yeah, we're supposed to compress ourselves somehow. Because you activate, and then this should work maybe as a crush block to get you to this area here, and if you do it quickly enough, then the track block should compress, and that's how you get out of the mushroom. Oh, yeah, no, you need it to come and crush you. Right here. Okay. Notice this, too. Not that it's very helpful for us right now. No. Yeah, we do need to get there much faster. Yeah, Mang, you need to get some sleep. Yeah, I hope you enjoy catching up on the VOD afterwards. Don't know if we'll get through the whole thing today, but we'll see what we can do. No, too slow. Actually, that's not even the interaction. You don't get crushed there. What you do is you run across here instead. But then the conveyor might prevent you from going much further, though. Even if you have dash panel speed, though, you should be able to outrun. Yeah, we go on top. We don't get under the track block. No. Oh. That's not going to be it. I think we do need to get crushed first, and then we redo the interaction. Does that mean... Yeah, we... No, it's not giving it. Yeah, because if you get into the crouching state here... Maybe you can do it. Let's rethink. Nope. Yeah, and you're supposed to get smoothly on top of that. Not through the bottom. We're trying to get on top, but missing the jump. Nope. Yeah, we do need to jump towards it, I think. Nope, missing it. Well, either it's a crush here first. It does seem like we have to make ourselves small. Or it's getting on top. And the conveyor does prevent you from going through if you try to get on top, I think. Because you do lose all momentum when you get into the crouch under the slope. You just need to do this turnaround more cleanly, I think. If you slide down here, go immediately through. The problem is that we're killing momentum with the crouch. Yeah, that's more like it. That needs to look like that we maintain dash momentum coming out of that segment. No. Yeah, it needs to be quick, like that. In fact, yeah, this slope actually compresses you without hitting the down button, so, you know, that way you don't lose all momentum attempting to crouch, it just sends you through. We should still be able to do it. It's just that, yeah, this bit is not working out so well. Because we're facing the wrong way into it. Yeah. You actually don't need to press down at all. You do naturally get properly compressed. Anyway, let's try to do this properly. After as well. Yeah, we didn't use the dash panel at all in the end, so I guess we never learned this the right way, but let's get a 1-up anyway. So let's get a 1-up anyway. Here we go. Oh, that was correct, we just missed it. Tripped over the corner. Oops, no, too soon. Okay, over. Guess we never really did learn that properly. And here, we get forced into crouch. You do need to hold into the crouch, not loosen up here too soon. Get obstructed by the spring. Oh, missing the long jump, as we did before. There we go. And then here we just need to spring back this way. Okay. Yeah, this is the problem I'm running into is reversing through here. What we do is we don't crouch into it. We do need to face the right way going into a one-way panel though. And then we can get through here and on top. Yeah. we need to do it smoothly. We need to face left into the dash panel for sure. Nope, we don't want to hit crouch, we just want to let the slope compress for us. Nope. Let's try it again. Nope, wrong. Because we hit the wall here. Otherwise we could have made it. Nope, not quite. Yeah, I think it is a crush then, because you don't get enough momentum to get through the conveyor. I think it has to be a crush. Because it's once you're small, then... maybe. Yeah, no, you have to beat it, I think. Looks too much like it's supposed to be a crush. What happens if you do make it over, though? Then this allows a return path. Tells me there's something else I'm not seeing. Yeah, it's this panel over here that's been causing no end of trouble. Nope. Okay. Looks like you get so much speed out of this, too. That clearly not really making it. And yeah, it doesn't look like you can get here quickly enough, even with both dash panels. Unless you do a ground pound cancel there, maybe? No. Doesn't look like it. Yeah. No, it's not it. It's got to be a crush. It's got to be a crush. And how do we make it there quickly enough then? No, that's not nearly fast enough. You need to land directly on the one-way panel and then get over there. Like we've been dawdling over on this wall too long. Well, we might as well practice this interaction a little bit. Yeah, because you need to basically land directly on. And then maybe we can beat that timing, but it's going to be tricky. We haven't really thought about the follow-up to that, too. There we go, finally. Okay, that's how to do it. At long last. And it looks like we need dash panel momentum coming out of here. And that's okay, because without the compression, then we just need to track block to get down again, and then we will be able to go through smoothly. Oh, yeah, we could just walk across at this point, but... At this point, though, why would we want to hit that? When we could just jump up this way, potentially. Oh, because there would be a key for a warp block, probably. Oh, stop by that. No, we should wait for it. Found that out already. key? Yeah. And now we calmly make our way to the exit. Good point. Now, propeller time. This will be an interesting collaboration. And Goomba Hat, which we're always very happy to see. Interesting. Now, why would it give me the propeller there? Oh, because that's just a... What would it give me the propeller there? Oh, so you can't just escape with a Goomba Hat out the other side of your house, and then... Well, this is obstructed as well. Okay. Because in this location... Maybe the propeller allows you to maintain speed somehow. Because it looks like you're probably supposed to run over here with Goomba Hat while maintaining dashing speed. But then you had to get up top in order to hit a question block from down below. Okay, which means... Not much at all, actually. Because, yeah, if you drill with the propeller hat, that's different from the usual ground pound. Maybe that's something we should keep in mind, that you could perhaps avoid hitting the wall if you... no, you do need to get propeller form to ground pound like that, and then you do that. Okay, good. That's exactly what I thought would happen, so... likewise here. Drop the thwomp, and then thwomp gets the blocks down below. If you let it hit. Yeah, now that it has hit, you let the thwomps... You know, you have to get out of the Goomba Hat, of course, to let the thwomp go down. And if you land this way, well, that is broken open at this point, which means that we basically have a way to back up. But then you would need momentum to hit this note block. Not note block, this question block over here. Yeah, Luwuka, you'll try to watch World 3 at least, yeah. Like I said, we'll see how far we make it today. Now, if you have a propeller down... then the thwomp gives you enough speed to just dash over it standard, even with the Goomba Hat, and then hit that note block to the left. I think that's probably got to be it. But then we don't have dash panel momentum, and it feels like it's probably necessary to hit that. So we need to be in the dashing state and pressing against a wall, basically. In order to, well, we need to hit the wall jump too. No level is necessarily hard, so I'll be fine difficulty-wise, yeah. Yeah, we need to maintain momentum coming out of this, and we need to actually hit the wall jump. I have so many difficulties hitting the wall jump button today. But yeah, we need to basically... Oh, I see. We need to lower the thwomp first, and then we spin down in this location the way that we did previously. I'm trying to do that anyway. Yeah, because then that way we maintain dashing speed going towards the wall. Window swap has already been lowered. No. We do need to spin out of the propeller to get the drill. So we lower this first. And then we try to spin down. God. Okay. No. And then we lost it somehow. Yeah, because we need to drill down while maintaining dash, and we just need to do it more accurately. I think we do understand what to do. No. There is a bit of a minimum time between getting into spin and getting into the drill, and that's what we're not accounting for. It's basically... Yeah, I'm holding down, but then not getting the ground pound. Yeah, I'm just missing. Previously we had one attempt where I did it too early too. No, and lost it somehow. But we definitely need to maintain the dash on the way down. And then, yeah, we spent too long in the air. And that's sort of exactly what we need to do, is except come down the middle instead of on the corner. Yeah. Am I pressing back, really? Okay. Anyway, oh, long jump. Yeah, I guess I'm a little off angle on my D-pad, perhaps. Which is probably why so many of my long jumps have been failing, too. We're pressing back diagonal without realizing it. No. Nope. Pressing down and keep going. Okay. Nope. Momentum somehow. So we have the solution, but nope. Just not able to get this done. Oh, and then too early. Was correct, just too early. And nope, and then we missed a long jump. Yeah. Doing all that accurately. Not really going to have enough time to enjoy it properly. Perhaps. Okay. Bounce. Nope. Okay. Down we go. Oh, too early. We're going to time out. Nope. And, oh yeah, we were definitely facing back that time. Yeah, this is going to be time out. We have the solution, though. We just need to actually execute the long jump at the end. Okay, key. 14 seconds. At least we have the satisfaction of seeing the end of that. Not that we won't get much further. Because, yeah, we do need dash momentum all the way up. Okay, at least we understand it. Yeah. Oh, that's not a long jump, that's a standard jump. That was an early jump. wall. No, we do need to drill all the way down. We can, whoops. There we go. And here we are again. Oh, no, wrong. Nope. Oh, backed up into that. And missed a long jump. I did press it, I just pressed it late. I don't know why my long jumps have felt so late across the board, but they have been late. No. I don't know why I am pressing it. But it's consistently late. And then, yeah, I am hitting the long jump, but clearly it hasn't been reflected in what is actually going on in game. Yeah, I'm just hitting it late for some reason. It's been a problem with most dash panels that we've seen today. Then I'm probably just not compensating for dash panel momentum properly when reading the corners. Either that or reflexes are just getting slow. Is my... I need to see if this button is even working. Yeah, it is. I don't know what the issue is then. No, hang on. Then, yeah, it's just late every time. I don't understand it. No. Oh, I see. Maybe there's a bit of an up diagonal going on there. Spin. Hang on. There we go. Yeah, possibly a D-pad issue. But anyway. If we long jump into the bully, then we still have speed here, but I need to load the bully onto the cloud, that's what I need to do. Yeah, because then we have something that we can jump on. And the bully would send me up here, and then we would still have dash momentum. Which is what we want, because then we still have dashing momentum in that location. Let's center it a little bit. That sent me a little too far back, though. No, and then we do a standard jump to get over. No, we don't want to back into it. Long jump into the bully, and then standard jump off the top platform. Yeah, we need to give ourselves a little more space for running. There we go. Almost. Not quite. little bit of a spin might have done it. Oh, no. No. There we go. Lots more to go. Oh, lots more to go. That just gets you over to the warp block, which then takes you up to the top left. Here, we need to probably get deflected off the bully or something. Maintain momentum down here in order to touch that question block. Why don't we move the bully over so we can actually bump into it properly? Or bump it here so it can give me a back deflection. I might need to reset this if I move the bully into a poor location though, right? Because couldn't you just bump the bully down here? Wait a minute. You can just bump the bully. Why don't we just bump it and then... That wouldn't help you with the long jump though. Even if you do bounce off of it. Right? Because that would just convert your jump. Yeah, that wouldn't work. So this probably... Yeah, it's a pipe that takes you all this way because that gets you into despawn range to reset the bully. I think that's probably what happens here, yeah. Okay, so yeah, that's the reset mechanism. I think we're supposed to bump into it, though. That if you bump into it, then you can maintain momentum coming down here. Or maybe you just put it on this ledge instead. Oops. I don't have a lot of time to figure this out. Might just be a standard jump to the top level, though. You maintained a dash for quite a while after that, though. Okay, now back to this bit here. Okay. See how cleanly we can do it this time. Nope. Yeah, I don't want to get into too much timeout trouble. Or D-pad trouble. Lower it. Down. There we go. And then, yeah, bully in the middle. Shows you how the deflection is going to preserve dashing state. Oh, missed a ledge. That's going to be too far over. Nope, I held back into that for some reason. Okay, now for this part. Yeah, I feel like we just bump it, and... Guess we do need to bump it once like that first. The question now is it from the top layer or the middle layer? Oh, that's not going to be a position. Let's reset. Because let's say we here. We just need to find the right location for it. Now, if it is in the middle layer, it will be a long jump into the bully, and we'll have to see if that also preserves momentum. I mean, we were doing a long jump into it in the first segment with it, so yeah, it does totally work. It's just that it's supposed to knock you down into the middle pit, and apparently it's just too far to the right. The Goomba hat does allow you to just maintain it in position, of course. Whoops. And yeah, we hit the back wall, which is not great. We're supposed to slam into it with a long jump, and then we're not supposed to land on top of it, we're supposed to get to its side. Because, yeah, you can see that it maintains the dash for a time. Not quite indefinitely. And then we missed a long jump, but that's correct. That is correct. Just need to land on target. And not to double hit like that. A little closer to the ledge is fine. No, yeah, we don't want to land on top of the corner, basically. We need to push it quite a bit further. Did a long jump a little bit earlier too, so we don't get on top of the bully, which is one of the issues we have been running into. Oops. Nope. Yeah, we're just overshooting a little bit. We're landing on the corner, so we probably needed to peek over the edge a little bit. There we go. Okay, now this bit. A pipe. That's just an exit, I guess. Now we have Boom Boom. And then he can spin up here. And then that opens up this area. And of course, since we're in the Goomba suit, he maintains that position. And then we just kind of walk over him to tap this, which will then allow us to do the little backflip here and jump. Also notice that there's something up here in the middle. Oh, a pipe. Interesting. No, that's just where we dropped it. Yeah. That's not interesting. Never mind. Okay. Yeah, and then we get a bounce off Boom Boom in this state. Maybe not a bounce off him. What if we... Maybe we need to jump over him then. on our way over. Or rather, do the sort of compressed jump like that. We've got 70 seconds figured out. Nope. I was hoping to maintain crouch and then do the same kind of jump that we did previously to get up there, but maybe we just need to do some kind of high bounce off him instead. But we definitely need to maintain momentum off of them. Upstairs, and it looks like the crouch jump should be part of it, it's just that we haven't been hitting it in the correct location. Oh, that's correct. Just lost momentum. Okay, and then check this. We've got lots of time to spare. Slapdash. Hey, only 58 minutes. We kept it under an hour. But I can totally see how that one might be the 99er in World 3, if that's one we heard about by reputation. MGM1 coming in with a party of 8. You just missed a clear. Wrong MGM. Hang on, let me redo the shadow. It's a typo. Okay, much better. No, that's just a typo from spending too long on a previous level. We just got a clear that took me about an hour. And I should pay attention to the spin jumps here again. So yeah, you got here right on time. After a fashion. See me maybe clear something a little bit faster. This time, perhaps. Too slow, too slow. We are way behind the auto-scroll time. You wrapped up episode 4 of Ace Attorney Investigations 2. I see. Yeah, I hope that's been progressing nicely. Okay, made it. Oh, whoops. Now we have to remember, this is not Maker 1. When we make a Goomba sink into the lava, it is not something we want to touch. After playing so many Maker 1 levels to the contrary. You survived even if you save scummed, I see. I don't know enough about Ace Attorney to understand why you might want to be save scumming, but like whether it's in light of new information or something else. Okay. Now, just tap the one up, let the plump down. We didn't want to spin on top of that. We wanted to jump it and then spin on top of it while it's in a disabled state. And it's not going to fall in the lava anyway because it was on top of a muncher stack. It was on top of something else. So standard jump, then spin jump. We know that. Okay, up here, here. gets you within thwomp range, and then 2 spins. And a lot more spins. This allows you to hit something. And in a flash, we are able to let it down. Oh, I see it right here. Very suspicious. Okay. Oh, I thought I had time for an additional bounce, but we didn't, so... Need to go left, then right, immediately. No thwomp here, notice, when you respawn at checkpoint. Probably some hidden state switching going on with that. Oh, not such convenient the position this time. How nice it is to get back to the Maker 2 style of objects row where the bombs actually land where you want them to. So, first we've really had to see of that today. That took too long with Yoshi. MGM1, you're saying, to put it simply, you get quizzed on too many questions that either don't make sense or are misworded. You take damage on an incorrect response. I see, so you just started over with the knowledge that you took in with you to have a bit of a smoother Q&A experience. Oh, once again, single bounce. Yeah, it seems unfortunate that it would be a matter of the questions not being well worded. I don't know, that's just a matter of the localization or what, but... Oh, double bounce actually did work that time. Oh, missed the one-way panel. Or rather, got trapped by the one-way panel. I was trying to get to Yoshi quickly so we could have enough time on the auto-scrolled that attempt, but apparently not. Okay, let's try to be quick. Thank you so much for the follow. Oh, missed this. Okay, single bounce, nice and high. And we drop Yoshi over there, and that was too slow. To Bashad Visser, we are in World 3. We did 3-2 before 3-1 because the world map allows you to, and 3-2 was by far the longest level in our run so far. We spent just under an hour on it, according to checkpoint time. So, I think we actually spent a little bit longer. Whoops. Actually, no. The road up to checkpoint 1 was fairly straightforward in that one, so yeah, it took about an hour. So yeah, 3-2 was a significant chunk of the experience so far. Oh, whoops, no, spin jump here. 3-2 you think is the hardest in general? Yeah, because I was already having a couple of execution errors anyway with a lot of things like long jumps at dashing speed. We figured things out relatively quickly, it's just that often the execution took some time, and there was one segment that I think I only ever did the unintended way. I didn't really learn the proper mechanic for that, but... The reason why it skips 3 levels if you beat it, well, I mean, we're still going to be completionists about it. Yeah, but I can see why that would be an optional branching route, definitely, because that would stop a lot of people in their tracks. Which is a spectacular feat, considering that 3D World doesn't even have any tracks. Well, I'm glad you left it in, though, and didn't just, you know, decide to take it out with the difficulty being out of scale or something. I'm glad it was still an organic part of the experience. But yeah, definitely, you know, it's one of those levels where you do have to learn something every step of the way. And really break down how the game is working as you go. And on top of that, of course, there are the execution traps that we spent a lot of time on, especially with the propeller near the end. That Maker 2 throw is actually still so satisfying. Can't believe how much I miss just objects bouncing where I want them. I know a lot of Maker 1 Kaizo players never like the Maker 2 style because you can't do as much, really, with object throws working the way they do in this style, but I like it well enough. No, that was supposed to be a standard bounce, obviously. Or was it? No, you're supposed to spin over the swamps at some point, though, so we need to rethink that. Yeah, you jump back here, and then you go spin. There we go. Did that all a bit slowly, though. You didn't want to come up with a new concept at that point. Yeah, it's a good concept, but I can see why it's an optional branch. Love the eyes on the left at a checkpoint, by the way. Oops. Yeah, MGM1, do you mean just Super Worlds in general? Because I used to run a lot more of them too, but I hadn't actually really done a full Super World run in a very long time on a stream. Not since 2022, I think. Whoops, no. Yeah, again, you jump to the shell first, back to the platform. Definitely look into this one. Definitely this one. It only launched a month ago, but it had been in the works for a very long time. And we playtested a lot of early versions of the levels on this stream. Not this one, though. I don't remember having seen this one at any point. Okay. Worked out smoothly enough. And here, that's just damage boost, I guess, and then up the tower. Does that sound how that works? Oh, we need to lower this. And here's the boom. We're not going to get anything off him, but, you know, we'll bump him anyway for purely moral reasons. Oops. Oh, there is a ceiling here. Guess we'll just depart with Yoshi. Actually, wonder if you could have jumped off Yoshi on the left side. The one-way panel is just for the boom boom drop position, though, so I don't think there's anything there. I think this is just maybe for continuity with the next level. If you're taking Red Yoshi, perhaps. Or it's just a nice little bonus at the end. Well, we'll see soon enough as we head to the ghost house. Knock Knock. Ah, yes, this one we know well. We playtested several versions of this in fairly recent memory, so. And this one's a fun one. It's all about going knock knock. Who's there? Monty is there. Monty who? The full Monty. Whoops. Okay, that was more of a half Monty. But you get the idea? Whoops. Knock knock, who's there? Exactly. Very appropriate emote for the occasion. MGM1. Now, despite the fact that I playtested multiple versions of this, I am still going to fail on the most basic stuff. Funny thing is that, despite being conceptually the hardest level that we've seen so far, 3-2 was effectively deathless. It was purely timeouts being the issue there. Hold right into this, and then there we go. It's a lot smoother. And we lower this guy. Oh. I was actually looking at this thinking, oh, could we have done a skip if we went off the small mole to the left? Probably. I think that was intended. Oh, whoops. Okay, now let's lower the mole here. Get a very satisfying one-up off of him. Hold right. Just dodge around this one. Oh, yeah, and he went off the edge, but if he doesn't go off the edge, I think we actually do have a quick path to the checkpoint if we get off of this mole without necessarily doing the reversal. Now, it should be a one-up in the top corner. It is, and it bumps you into it directly, which is doubly satisfying. And then, yeah, we need to get off of the top mole. Right, the little one isn't enough to get you to the top. I've forgotten that. This level might have the most skips, yeah. Can totally see why that would happen, just because, you know, this concept revolves so centrally around reloading things into place. I do like the immediacy of just bouncing straight up to the one-up. I mean, you know it's coming, but it's kind of nice to just hit that right on target. Okay, this goes... no, not to the right like that. That was not an accurate prediction. Also, this top corner here, I wonder if it's reachable. Yeah, because it's second bounce over here and then to the top. Perhaps... Ah, but then, yeah, you close this off first. And there you go. However, did we ever check... I don't think there's a way to get them all that way, though, so it's not going to go that far. All sacks can go this way. Then here we hit the P switch, and that's going to lower the stack. And we catch it as it's falling, if I recall. We need to fall into the right, though. I didn't even think about that properly. However, if you catch this, then you just get to reset quickly. Fall into the right. And then you need to catch it as it's jumping. Yeah. There we go. Then we catch the key door. Jump out this way. This is going to be a slide. And donut block will drop into position over there. This donut block is something that we'll need to hit after releasing that. So yeah, we jump off the wall, we hit the donut block, then we go up. Just like that. And then, oh, how do we proceed from here? We then bop off of this one and then up to the top here. Yeah, okay. That's right. Hit over here. Very meticulously laid out for all the moles to do exactly that job. Ah, yes, and this is a bit where you have to grab the spike ball of Yoshi. I remember that being a particular point of satisfaction. A big insight. Where we jump off of... Oh. That. Let's try it again. Missing that. There we go. Then we need to spit like this. Then, oh, we won't have time to get Yoshi over though. We'll grab that. And then we need to be careful with this again because we do want Yoshi. And I guess we'll need to repeat everything with the spike ball over again then. Okay. And sure, let's let the tape go up. Okay, next up will be Totem Hogum. Okay, Tom's gonna move and then we spin off of it. Oh. Ah, I see. It stops at that location because of the one-way panels down below. That's something to watch out for. One-way panel placement. Because it's going to move out of position there, and then we do need to move everything here. We move on up. Was there... This looks awfully suspicious, but it's not reachable. At least I don't think it's reachable. What do we... Yeah, no, don't think so. Okay. We need to go around and then bop the moles so the thwomp is released, and then the thwomp is going to open the block on the right side. And then, yeah, we need the thwomp to push. We actually never checked this block up here. No, there's nothing. And we need to spin off of this to get around. Thwomp is going to release that block. And we are through. Then we just need to spin over that. Then everything's going to unstack. Create some stairs. And that is checkpoint. I guess that gets you within thwomp position. But we need them to, at least this way, as they unstack. And that question block does look reachable, so that tells me I should perhaps check below. I'm not exactly sure, actually, what that question block. But we'll look at it. It's just where the mold position is initially. I don't think we can get under. Oh, yes, we can. We can just slip in the side here, but then can't actually do anything with that. This looks like the pit just sends you down below, and so looks like nothing. Notice the hard blocks on the right, though. That kind of implies perhaps that there will be some kind of scroll break that allows you to come back here. I wonder. Okay, let's get around. Whoops. We should have just gone below, obviously. Yeah, the question block designates the starting position for the mole, but it doesn't really seem to give me anything else. Oh, whoops. Hang on. Right. And we unstack. Interesting that unstacking works the way that it does, but we'll have to remember that. Guess. Whoa, that's interesting. Guess here we get within thwomp range. Or mole range, rather. Watch where it stops. It'll be a little bit of a chase. But then we only have so much time to get in here. Actually, no, the muncher's is going to bump. Stop that column. Can we actually spin through this? I didn't think so. Yes, we can. Yeah, we've seen that before, actually. With the one-way panel overlap, that's what makes that happen. And then, yeah, once again with the one-way panel, it'll hold into place. And then you bounce, get out. But then you would need to spin, oh, in order to get the spin to continue over that height. There we go. here, we come down below. And then, oh, we need to get on top. And now we've got a bit of an issue here. Nope. Trying to get on top here. Oh, there we go. Much better. Notice this location here. That totally looks like a one-up. Let's move everything once more. Oh, that's a bad idea. That's okay. We got the one-up. That didn't quite work. Let's... try to hit everything accurately this time. Oh no. Totally expected I'd get the spin jump that time, but blocks rotated just a moment too soon. Stopped rotating, rather. And again. We do need to get in one pass. And a descriptivist. I mean, if you're a descriptivist, there are a couple of different pronunciations that are acceptable. A lot of people say quixotic in English, a lot of people equally say quixotic, hence how it follows from Don Quixote de la Mancha. You hear both commonly enough in English. If you look in various dictionaries, you'll see both listed. I think I more commonly hear people say quixotic this time nowadays, but whoops. Quixotic. Well, I mean, if that's what it takes to get it in order. Yeah, let's let this rotate again so we can try to hit everything quickly. There we go. We'll loop back and back. And that was not well timed. Nope. Always fail to account for the rebound on a mole as it hits the wall. Yeah, go over like this, and then we'll go for the one up again, as we can. And totally missed a one up. But we lived, so I guess that counts. Okay, we need something to slam this, or, well, we jump up towards it. Which means we'll have to unstack the thwomps and move a thwomp to the right. Eventually. And we'll just take them apart piece by piece. Is the thwomp going to... Oh. Small is no longer going to do anything for me, but that's a vertical thwomp. Okay, that works then. And we do need to get on top of that once we've opened up this gate. of course, we need to read the one-way panels there. And recall that we do need to wrap back around to the left. That location. Oh, whoops. Thought I could just skip that one, but not if we trip over the corner, we don't. Nope. Let's wipe this out. Try it again. Well, nearly made it. No, that's a missed opportunity. Need to go immediately. Okay, now that's a +1 for a change. We should keep an eye on the lives. We're getting down to 14 lives at this point, which is getting a little bit perilous if we don't want to lose too much checkpoint progress at a critical location. Oh, no, let's just let this come over again. Make it through. And that's the goal, but... Oh. That's also Boom Boom. Okay, almost out of World 3. Boom Boom's backpack. That's a very hazardous looking backpack. Oh, that totally is some 1-up or something in that location. Has to be. Oh no, that's actually just a Pokey location. Okay, never mind. That's where the Pokey head was, and it's a 1-up. As we suspected. And as we missed. There we go. He's going to walk across, but we do need to release him then. From his misery. There we go. Now, why would we want to send him up? That was later than I expected. I thought maybe he would interact with the springs, and he didn't, so I thought it was safe. Well, we need to get him to do something about the Pokey. So why don't we come around this way and then spring him up. And then the Muncher can do a bit of a crush, because that's just what happens when you have a really heavy backpack. There's going to be ground pounds over here, and we'll get out of there before he becomes an issue. We did miss one, though. And then he's going to load that out of the way and give me a position to spin from, which is terribly interesting. want him to jump up towards me here. If we get Yoshi, we can ride on top of him. So he'll need to load Yoshi out of the way first, possibly with a bit of push. Oh, miss. I mean, we could have just done the Yoshi flutter. This is an SMBU after all. Up pipes even have vines to help you out. Conveyor belt acts as a boundary. Whoops, I was trying to wall jump off of the blaster, but we just missed. Anyway, here's the Yoshi segment again. Let it push. How do I take Yoshi back through the door? Probably nothing. We also missed a very clear one-up above the door. That's okay. That's maybe not so okay. Well, we can try to remember it for next time. We won't do it with the wall jumps, though. We'll do it on of Yoshi. Just for safety. And expediency. Whoop. That's not so good. Oh, that's really not good. Because of the way Yoshi just fell into that location before the munchers were loaded. A reset door would have taken care of that, obviously, but... that's alright. Okay, this is gonna come down. Position. We'll launch that up and then... oh, I see, and then... how do we get up there then? Because, yeah, you need to sneak under it. As he pushes it. Oh. Well, now he's really carrying quite a bit. This was supposed to be a spin jump, obviously. But we missed it. Okay, down we go. And over. I thought that was going to happen, we just didn't think about it. In terms of what the follow-up would be. Let's wrap around. Now, if we disable the dry bones, then we just jump across then. And then let's hit this. Oh, missed it. Well, then we need to redo it. Just ended up on the wrong side of the column. Let's grab checkpoint first before we do anything too risky. And then we did need to ground pound on top of these. Now we run them across. Oh. And then we need to ground pound this too in a moment. That opens a gate. Now, why would we proceed from here, given that... Well, there is a door, I guess. Whoops. Totally didn't look at the bumper. Rather obvious trap now that I think about it. I wonder if there is something above in the top middle. Looks relatively suspicious. But I don't really see a way to go, so... Oh, missed the opportunity here. Let's let him out first. We ran into it again, but thankfully this time it was much less hazardous. Ah, seesaw, yeah, that's right. Just took me a moment to read that. We project him up with a seesaw. We are going to hit that every time, it seems. I was trying to hit to the left, we were just too slow. Well, we hit the ground pound, we just didn't hit much else. I feel like you could potentially lock yourself out that way. Oh, whoops. Okay. Hit, and then... You can, but then you deserve it, yeah. Oh, okay, that's very kind of him. Just give me that. I mean, we probably could send him up at that point too. But we won't. This looks like a wall jump waiting to happen to position him to the right. Interesting. Should watch the timing on the jump though. Take that, bumper. Okay, position him to right. Let him jump. Oh, maybe not that much. Yeah, we don't have that much time to work with here. He should be able to do a crush on a bomb, which is good and somewhat self-defeating. For Boom Boom, anyway. Alright, this is clearly something else. Notice how this could break open as well. So what does this give you? Whoa, beautifully done. Beautifully done on the left there. Yeah. If B. Suzuki ever wants to get around to doing that tier list, this definitely belongs in the top rung. Okay, we're going to keep playing. It might take the stream a bit long, and I don't know if I'll actually be able to do it in one sitting today, but we'll hopefully not run into an hour-long extravaganza like 3-2. We'll probably hit game over at some point. Urchin Underpass, which is also, you've probably heard by now, a stage in Splatoon. I'm sure somebody has pointed that out at this point. We don't want to do that, obviously. But we don't want to get bounced into a spike, either. I feel like there's still about 3 hours to go, really. Maybe we should split this, then. Particularly at my current pace. Well, let's see how we do at this level first. Maybe this is a good break point if we're at 3 out of 5 worlds. We don't need to push too hard, and moreover, if you think that you can't make the rest live anyway. So, we don't want to get bounced into this. But maybe dash panel takes priority? Yeah, I think that's what that's teaching you. We do want to sneak under that. You made it so that the super world feels like it has 2 halves. Okay. Well, maybe we'll take it to the next death or something, and this will just be a preview of what's to come. I wasn't expecting it to happen that quickly. But then, maybe this is a good time to postpone. Would have been nice to perhaps end more conclusively, but this will do. So yeah, maybe we should not push our luck with it too much, and we'll break it up into 2 sessions. I will hopefully be able to conclude this fairly soon. The plan was to run viewer levels tomorrow, as per the usual schedule, but we'll definitely resume this at the first available stream. And it's been a grand experience so far, so definitely a good place to leave it for now. And we'll see Worlds 4 and 5 next time. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to the makers, Luwuka and Mang, for joining me so much of this experience today. There is lots to see, and we'll see how we get along with the rest of it. So we'll leave you with the Ice World theme today, as we say thanks for watching and look for our next destination. Until we meet again, have a wonderful time with everything that you may be watching or making or playing or enjoying in some other way. And whether you've played this before or not, I hope this has been a relatively invigorating viewing experience that was not the worst that we've seen of 3-2 so far. The important thing is that we made it. Thanks for watching. We'll send you on to somebody else very shortly, and as always, fare thee well.